Hello guys, I am Phoenix Tremaine and this is my review of Star Wars The Force Awakens. If you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe to me. If you already have, I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you're enjoying this social media experience with me. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm on all of them, especially Facebook and Instagram right now. And I got some great things to share with you. Of course, if you are a person who can't open up your Facebook and Instagram crazy shit at work, you may want to pull it up in the evenings, because you never know what I'll post. But for Star Wars, I'm telling you, this is a spoiler-filled review for the simple fact that if you ain't seen the motherfucker by now, it had made $1 billion in 12 days, then you really don't give two shits about Star Wars. So, I saw Star Wars Christmas morning matinee, not matinee, the first show. And before I could watch Star Wars, I had to first watch the original, because I've never seen the original Star Wars. So, it should be in here somewhere. So what I did was I went out and I brought Star Wars, the original trilogy, and then I brought the prequel, that other shit that I didn't bother to watch because everybody bitched about it and said I didn't really need to see it. So I wasted a lot of money on this one. Only thing I did watch was when he became Darth Vader at the end. Otherwise, I didn't waste my time on this one. But I did watch this for the first time. I think the only one of these movies I saw was The Empire Strikes Back, which came out when I was like 7 years old. So I really couldn't get into it as a kid because I didn't understand what that was going on, and I didn't see the original Star Wars, which came out in like 1977 or something. So I was born in 73. So I was only 4 when the original came out. There was no internet, there were no DVDs or none of that, no cable when I was a kid. So unlike you folks now who can just watch Star Wars anytime you want, I couldn't. And as a young little kid, I didn't really get Empire Strikes Back, so I didn't see Return of the Jedi. And as I got older, I never jumped back into it, even though I read comic books and all that kind of stuff. I just never got into Star Wars. But when they did this Force Awakens, I said, let me finally see what all the hype is about. You know, whenever I would tell a person I've never seen Star Wars before, they go, what? You've never seen Star Wars? I'm like, no, it's not like it's fucking mandatory. But I'm actually glad that I watched Star Wars before I saw Force Awakens, because the truth is, if you've seen Force Awakens already, then you know it's nothing but Star Wars. Like, when I say that, I mean it's like a remake of the original. It's not a remake, it's a continuation, but if you watch Star Wars and then you watch Force Awakens back to back, you feel a lot of deja vu, like you're watching the same fucking movie. Okay? Not necessarily a bad thing, but one of the things the prequels missed, and which I noticed that it missed a lot of the humor. You know, Star Wars was funny. You know, it was heartwarming, it was exciting, it was adventurous, but that's what this movie is. It's a carbon copy, except in Star Wars, you had the Death Star, and then in return, then the Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, then you had the Mega Death Star. You know, I don't know all the terminology. I'm new to this shit, so forgive me for not remembering what the second one was called. But in Force Awakens, you got the really mega motherfucker. You know, so it's like this Death Star just keeps getting bigger and bigger every movie. And it hit all of the points, all of the same characters, different names. Instead of having R2-D2, you had BB-8. You know, and once again, you had, you know, a message, except Luke left the message this time instead of Leia, you know, and a droid, and the droid is now on a mission to get the message to someone who can actually help. Before it was Obi-Wan Kenobi, this time it was Princess Leia. So it was just the same movie when you think about it, back and forth. So Rey was Leia. You know, Finn was essentially Luke Skywalker, you know, just learning from, you know, from the beginning of going on this journey of going from just somebody here to this big, hero. Um, and Finn also had a bit of Lando in him because we know Lando essentially was a character who betrayed Han Solo, but then he became a hero. So same thing with Finn. He was a stormtrooper who eventually became a hero. Because he let's just say fell in love with Rey. He's infatuated with Rey right now. Then we got Kylo Ren. Spoiler alert: the son of Han Solo. So he was his father. So you have all these familial connections, and they don't say it, but I'm gonna just jump the gun because I think Star Wars Battlefront game announced it anyway that Rey is actually Luke Skywalker's daughter. So you got Kylo Ren, who is Han Solo and Princess Leia's son, who's now going to be versus Luke Skywalker's daughter, and that'll be like the big family showdown, like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. So I figured in the next one, it'll escalate. Kylo Ren pretty much played the Darth Vader type character, mask and everything. He's trying to be, he's gone to the dark side, and he's trying to be like his grandfather. And he wasn't Darth Vaderish to me in the sense that, like, guards were, like, sort of disrespecting him a little bit. He didn't kill him like Darth Vader would have. And you can see that there's just going to be this progression. Like, I was expecting at the end of the movie for his face to get really fucked up so that he could be, have that sound Darth Vader had. I still think it's going to happen. That he's literally going to become Darth Vader by the third film. And he was just too, and when he took his mask off, I thought, he looked like a young version of that guy from the Harry Potter series, that teacher. I'm like, no. But at the end of the movie, he did get his face messed up. It looked like he got a scar on his face. They didn't really show you too well. But look, he got a scar on his face. So that's the beginning of him having a fucked up face so that he can really be like more like Darth Vader. And I think that the dark side will have him progressively more in the next episode. And killing Han Solo is sort of like the beginning of him sort of like just fully giving into the dark side. And I still don't believe Han Solo is dead. He might come back like a ghost, like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something, or he might actually just not be dead. That somehow, some way, he managed to escape, and the stab wound didn't kill him. And the fall didn't kill him. I don't know. It's a science fiction movie. You never know what the fuck they're gonna do. Okay, maybe the Force saved him. Who the fuck knows? Then there's Poe. Poe is an interesting character. He's a fighter jet guy, and you got the Supreme Leader Snoke, and I mean it's just like they're all the same characters, just transferred to a different movie. I did enjoy Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It's too fucking long. I don't like long ass movies, but it's a long ass fucking movie, 2.5 hours with credits movie trailers. It's a long ass movie because it's 2.5 hours. But the Star Wars Force Awakens is actually 2 hours and 16 minutes. Throwing them trailers is 2 hours and 34 minutes. And what else? The only thing I didn't like is what a lot of other black folks commented on about Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it's Finn. All Finn did was get his ass beat. The whole fucking movie. Finn spent more time on the ground and knocked out than anybody I've ever seen in a movie ever. It's just like, fight. Star Wars is having a fight. There goes there goes Finn. Okay, Rey woke him up. He's back up. This motherfucker, he was knocked out so much. He was knocked out all the way to the end of the movie. His ass was still knocked the fuck out when the movie ended. So, as a black person being represented by the character Finn, that's our token, that's our representation. I don't like it when black characters like Hancock, for example, can't just be a hero. The white people gotta convince him to be a hero. So throughout the movie, white people are trying to convince Finn to be a hero and be a real person in a rebellion and not keep running. But Finn is running, running, running. He's running from the Empire. Um, and he gets beat up a lot. Even Ray kicks his ass as soon as they meet. So, and then that little big ass monster thing that grabbed him with the tentacles, you know, that was about to eat his ass, and he had to be saved by Ray. He was like the damsel in distress. That's what Finn was in this movie. So I really hope in the next movie, Finn grows a new pair of balls that are a lot stronger than the ones he had in the first movie, and that he don't get his fucking ass beat at every fucking turn. That is all. So I liked it. I kept wanting Finn not to get knocked the fuck out, but other than that, the movie was perfect. And that is my review. So hope you enjoyed it, and hope you continue this social media experience with me. And don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. I really appreciate it.